Hello. What's going on, everybody? Good evening, Alex. What's going on, Nev? Why is it so hot in here? Dude, it's so difficult to figure out how to dress for this time of year right now. New camera? Oh, no. No, I you know, I was looking at the camera prices right now, Geoff, and the store near me doesn't have any XT30s in stock, so... An Alex and Teja type stream in one day? Rabbit. I know, Teja blessed us today. Hello, Alex. Hello, how you doing, Shonis? Cornflakes and next Keeb? Cornflakes. Ooh. Do you have any advice opening kale style housing? Oh, man. No and yes. I feel like with kale style, you gotta like... fuck, I don't know how to word this properly, so bear with me. Where's an example? I don't have one at my hands right now, but you kind of gotta like shimmy it into place and then kind of like roll to push it. It's really weird. If that doesn't work, evenly push it down the center, but you kind of like gotta wiggle it into place like nicely. They're kind of a pain in the ass. Hi everybody. I actually got to see Diego today. Diego and Syphos. So we got a little hangout going on today. It was nice seeing them. I haven't seen them in what feels... Actually, it's been, about a year. DeWood, how are you? I'm doing good. I got a Monsgeek M1W when I put tactiles in it. It's great. Tactiles can be nice, yeah. Also, yes, happy birthday, Chozo. Looking very handsome with Diego. So, Diego, content on your OnlyFans tonight? Jesus. Oh, man. It's so hot. Hi, Alex. Hope you're well. What was the best bit about your Christmas this year? I think just spending time with family. Outside of like, the standard family answer, I genuinely think that I planned Christmas keyboard stuff really well this year. So I had a really good time streaming this year here. I mean, last year was also a good time, but this year here, just because I feel like we got to do like a little giveaway, like, properly do it all up, I think it was really fun. Do you think the mods will fade quickly on GMK Polybius? It depends on you, your body and stuff too, right? Like your fingers, stuff like that. What was your best part, Sky? What was your best part? Also, guys, we have a giant keyboard we're doing today. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought I had more stabilizers than I do. I don't know why I've been running out of stabs so quick lately. So, did you not read DMs after your stream last night? I'm gonna be honest, Nev. I went directly. Did I not read anything? Oh, you know what, Nev? Here it is. I mean, yeah, we could maybe do that. Let me message you back after this. Yeah, I went directly to watch Star Wars and lay in bed, basically. That was basically my night. Okay, little quick thing before we get into some more off-topic stuff, but this is the Wind x98 R2. It's gigantic, and honestly, I hope I have enough stabs for this today. So dusty. I opened it up earlier to make sure everything was all good. Probably spending time with family and seeing them after 2 years away. Oh, that sounds lovely. Honestly, those are the best kind of things. Spending time with people, to me, is way better than gifts or anything like that. It's the memories of the time you spend with people, and I know it sounds super cheesy, that I feel like mean a lot more to everyone in the long run. Truly. Truly. Okay, so I think they did send me a spare top for this. I think I left it in the box, which I believe was the Southpaw top. I am not going to build it in Southpaw, but I do think you can do both ways. Let me double check. And I believe the price of this was $330. Now, I was confused about something, which they didn't get back to me about. For whatever reason, it seems like they... $320, sorry, not $330. Wait, was there a Southpaw option for this? Maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering things. No, I don't think there was. Yeah, I'm kind of confused. Oh no, there is a Southpaw link. Never mind, there is. There's a Southpaw and a regular one. Now I'm kind of confused because on their, I guess on their website, it seemed like they have like an in-stock version of this. And I'm not sure if that's their old one. Oh wait, no, that's the Wind XR2. That is my mistake. I actually read that as the Wind x98. Saint, thank you so much for the 5 gifted, man. I appreciate that. Never mind, that clears up my confusion with that. Thank you, Saint. Appreciate you, man. Nice to see you here today. All right, so this is gonna be about 320. Now we have built a Wind x98 before. The Wind x98 was pretty solid last time. Price point isn't too crazy, which is, you know, 330 is honestly not bad for something like this. You do get a small accent of a brass weight, just like the other version that we built. I don't have the other version anymore just because I gave it away. Sorry, my camera was freaking out. Oops, my top down does not like that. But visually, there's not much at all different about this. I think maybe those 3 little lines, but again, not big enough of a difference. So not a huge visual difference. I don't really care for this X. I don't remember that being on the last one either. Or maybe it was, but it's whatever. Like that little badge does nothing for me. I like this though. This little accent on the top over here. All right. And Yuri base kit for 35. Was it 35? I thought it was something else. Yeah, the sale's tomorrow for novel keys. There's some pretty insane stuff, man. There's some pretty insane stuff. This reminds me of the JRS 80. No, I mean, they have some pretty good options for this. If you guys were interested, they did send me this. I am going to be giving this away. I am not going to be keeping this afterwards. I'm planning a giveaway. But the nice thing about this is it's 320. I don't think any of the variants go any higher in pricing. They also have a polycarbonate version. Well, a polycarb top. I don't know if the bottom's also polycarb. I was really hoping to take a look at that one there, but they didn't have any ready for me to take a look at. I think this in polycarb. Was the bottom PC too? Yeah, they didn't have any ready for me to take a look at. So I couldn't look at it, but I think this in polycarb would be absolutely sick. And it would probably, obviously it's gonna be a different sound profile, so I couldn't tell you guys what the sound profile would be. I did try to get it though, they just didn't have it. Oh, there is a square logo on the top. Either way, I think the logos are both kind of ugly to be honest. Yeah, but 320 and then 335 for Bluetooth model, which is, it's debatable. You know, like if you want Bluetooth, you can get a Bluetooth model. The only negative thing about this, if I remember correctly in the stuff they sent me, let me pull up the conversation. If I'm remembering correctly, they did tell me that none of the parts from the original Wind x98 work with the new one. So if you wanted to just transfer it over, if for whatever reason you just want like a new case color, that's not possible. Oh yeah, okay, it is not compatible. So you would need to get a whole separate keyboard for this. Yuri's nice. I think Yuri's a nice set. Bento, I'm still like not personally the biggest fan of. So Bento is still not my thing completely. All right, here's the PCB. Got a little hot swap action going on. And again, I'll have to scrounge for some stabilizers today, but we have to cut this off because it's 2 separate pieces.
Darling underscore you were gifted a tier 1 sub.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you. And then it is just a wired Bluetooth or solderable PCB. And I believe all the PCBs are the same. Like there's no difference in thickness. Let me double check. No. Looks like all of them are 1.6 millimeter PCBs. God bless. That makes me very happy for this. Very, very, very happy. I know it's a preference thing. I understand. But you know what? The more I kind of build more and more keyboards like on a more frequent basis, the less I enjoy building on thinner PCBs. Like I almost find no point in some of the thinner PCBs. So personal preference, I understand that. Cool, we got a little bag of accessories. Novel Keys sale tomorrow. Yes, it'll be a sale on Novel Keys from tomorrow until Jan 5th, I believe. It's like a week-long sale, if you guys are interested. I think it's January 5th. I can't remember the exact days of it now. My brain's a little foggy right now. All right, I guess we need some stabs. Time to bust out my stab drawer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Positive bonus about this hot swap PCB, there is a lot of options on it. That is nice to see. They did not skimp out on options. Well, maybe on the numpad ever so slightly, but I don't know how often people choose a 1U over the 2U on the bottom over here. I don't know how often that actually happens. What time? You know, I have to confirm with Mike, but I'm pretty positive it's 10 a.m. in the morning for East Coast. I'm pretty positive it starts at 10. Tomorrow's also going to be the last day for modern materials as well. So excited for this build. Yeah, I think a lot of people, you know, it's interesting. A lot of people have been messaging me about this build in particular. So I'm assuming it's going to be a popular one. I'll just use some Durox stabs for this. By the way, I know I already told you guys about this. Can I tell you guys how proud I am of how I organize my stabs? This is all extra parts. A lot of the stuff, honestly, I did throw away. There was a lot of like broken extra parts that I had. I don't know why, but I organized the crap out of this, bro. I'm so happy. Oh wait, did I put the stems in here too? I did, yes. Thanks, guys. It was so bad before. How's your night going? It's going. I'm a little tired. I don't know why. Today I just feel like everything caught up with me. Maybe like the stress of the holidays. Everything feels like it's just like, bam. How many did I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 stabs. So 1. Novel Keys bought pizza. Found some stabs in my fridge yesterday. What were they doing there? How did they get there? I have a lot of questions about this. Just chill. They were just chilling, I guess. Mirage, how did they get there, man? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4. Cryo testing. 5, 6, 7. You don't know the fridge mod? Oh, I invented the fridge mod. The fridge mod was a mod I had to do for Kenny's keyboard, remember? What type of build do you think KTT roses would sound good shining? You think they sounded thin in the carbon fiber plate? Interesting. You know, I am a big fan of KTT roses in a gasket or even a top mount on an aluminum plate. I think gasket is my go-to. I also think KTT roses make excellent switches if you're going for a slightly foamier build. So if that's your goal, they make excellent switches for that. But, you know, I also don't like giving this advice sometimes. And the reason being is just because I do feel like every keyboard's a little different. So I feel like it's too generic of advice. Because, you know, I could tell you it's going to sound great with a certain plate and mounting style. And then what if the keyboard sounds really bad? So I usually find, again, that this type of advice is very generic and just as a little warning to you. Oh, man. I'm kind of boring with my Kohaku builds. But you know what? Long pole switches in Kohaku sound good. But I think I've really fallen in love with Cherry Nixies inside those. So call me boring because it's an MX Black switch. But you know what? I have to go with Nixies or just any long pole. In my experience, that CF and top mount with mode keyboards is acoustically challenged. Acoustically, I don't love carbon fiber in a lot of builds. I think it's rare when I like carbon fiber or even FR4. I think in the Envoy it sounded good, and if, for example, in the Forever it sounded good. But there's a lot of boards, and even in top mount, I'm just not a big fan of FR4 and top mount. I much prefer polycarb top mount, or like palm, or just anything softer, you know? CF is more interesting than FR4. Bro, I'm in that boat that I personally think FR4 and CF kind of sound the same. But maybe that's mean of me to say. Maybe that's rude of me. Oh, okay. Oh, yo, I gotta tell you guys something. It's I'm just gonna talk about it because, like, bro, I don't even know what to say. Someone on YouTube basically made a comment on one of my videos, and you know what? People say mean things all the time. Whatever. But what I don't like is when people make very, very broad statements about I made a 60% board, and they said, in essence, like their comment was, people who actually have money and like make a lot of money know that buying numpads is what you need because finances. And they're essentially saying that you're only poor people buy 60% or anything without a numpad. And it was the most like ignorant comment I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it was so out of touch. And then someone called them out on that. And because I was reading all this when I got home today. And someone's like, kind of a weird take. Like, I work in that field and I don't use it. And they were just like, they doubled down on how basically like, oh my God, dude, it was so weird, man. It was like the most ignorant take I could ever see, bro. So weird, man. As a finance major, I'm confused. As your average keyboard hobbyist, I'm still confused. It was just such a lame take. It's so presumptuous and just like so out of touch that it's just, I had to tell you guys about it. I made a mental note to like let you guys know that I rolled my eyes harder than I've ever rolled my eyes before. Like, what the fuck? You pay for the whole keycap set, use it, Simon? Did Simon actually say that? Doesn't Simon like have a bunch of TKLs? Simon, man. Yes. As a poor person, I don't have a numpad. I guess because I don't have a numpad, I'm financially challenged. Hello, Mr. Otos. That's a lot of stab wires. You like my bag of stab wires? I organized all my stabs, Trudeau. Check this out. Remember, I don't know if you remember how bad this was before, but look at this. Look how nice and neat my collections of stabs are now. Bam. Nice and neat. Proud boy. I'm so proud. This is the best accomplishment I've ever had in my keyboard journey. As an investment banker, only the junior people need numpads. Hey, yo, that's crazy. But yeah, very interesting take. There's some truth in getting bigger boards to use more of a keycap set. Main reason why I don't want to use KKB Darling on a 60 is because I want to see and use the novelties. Yeah, I think like the lesson that I even said in the comment section, because like there was no way I wasn't going to respond to that. The lesson is everyone's different and people need different things, and not everyone's going to fit into a cookie cutter mold of you. So everyone's different and will like different things, you know? As a numpad enthusiast, I'm poor. Hey, Alex, what is the favorite 75% you ever have typed on? I still think the Sonnet, you know? You mean I'm not the main character and not everyone wants to be just like me? Unthinkable? I know, right? It's crazy. I would say the Sonnet, though, Sky. I think the Sonnet is genuinely one of my favorite 75s. I still do like the 7V. But you know what? I don't really use the 7V anymore. Just because I kind of like the way the Sonnet looks a little bit more. Like, again, maybe it's just a personal preference towards the way the side profile is. I never got to keep the Hex 4B. Or no, I did get to keep it, but I gave that away. I shouldn't have given that one there away. That was a nice keyboard. Man, there's a bunch of boards I... Like, low-key, I go back and I'm like, yo, I would love to use this. And I remembered I did a giveaway for them. And I'm like, God damn it. I got my Sonnet aftermarket, but I sort of like my Tomo more. The Tomo's also very nice, and I think that a lot of people kind of go back and forth between those two boards. I'm honestly on my way to buy 5 numpads instead of a full size, so everyone knows how much money I'm making. Yeah, just do that, dude. I like how the NK Modern Materials header image shows off the GMK nipples. Good old GMK nipples. Where is my... There it is. I only use numpads. I don't need letters. Only numbers and dollar signs. Alex, did you hear about the Culling Games arc for Jujutsu Kaisen? I feel ashamed saying this. I watched season 1, and then I watched 1 episode of season 2, and then I got kind of distracted doing things, and I haven't come back to it yet. I feel like I haven't had the willpower to watch any anime right now. Just because I'm still going through all my Star Wars stuff that I had never watched until recently. So once I'm done that, I'm probably going to go like pretty ham and catching up with anime. If you haven't read JJK, I'm proud of you for being that patient. God damn. 7A, but thank you so much for the 13 months. We're on that Star Wars kick right now. Dude, I'm on a huge Star Wars kick right now. It's weird because I go through phases with what I watch. Eddie, I finished Bad Batch. It was so good. I immediately went to go see if there was going to be a season 3. And apparently, I don't know for sure, I think there's a season 3 scheduled for this year. So I am pumped. But then I switched from Bad Batch to Rebels. I think I like Rebels a lot so far, but I do prefer the animation of Clone Wars a little bit more. So I'm not 100% sold on Rebels. Imagine only using a numpad and typing T9. Wait, that's actually kind of a sick idea. Rebels gets better at season 3. Oh, you mean visually? Because I think storyline-wise, I'm still enjoying it, just... Brocker, let's say February is when we can talk about Ahsoka. How about this? How about I schedule a stream and put it in the stream schedule that it'll be an Ahsoka chatting day. And then we can talk about Ahsoka. The OG clone animation was goated. Dude, I thought it was so good. Sorry, Alex, I'm gonna go sleep. Take care, Sky. Also, Clone Wars is goated. Hell yeah, dude. Take care. Have a good sleep. God, there's so much stabs for this. Star Wars fans out here gatekeeping Alex streams. Well, you know what it is? I don't want to spoil anything, you know? Because Ahsoka is still pretty new. It's newish. There was an Ahsoka holiday episode that I have to watch too. Most overused Star Wars trope aside from Vader? Are we talking just memes? Because, like, I think the most overused meme in Star Wars is probably just going to be, hello there. Nah, Darth Jar Jar is not a meme. That's very serious. I take Darth Jar Jar very seriously here. I'm sorry. I can't count that as a meme. That is very much serious. Does this board ship in Jan? Let me double check the shipping. I don't remember off the top of my head. It says.
Hello there.
It says ends in January 11th. But you know what? Did they not give me a... Let me double check our conversation for details. I was just checking the website. Also, thank you so much, VOD. I appreciate you, man. And also, Les, thank you so much. Good evening. I have, did I read that one there? I have a set of, or a GAT Ink V2s on my QQ65. I would like to test MX Blacks, but I'm still hesitating between Hyperglides and Classic. I think you'll probably prefer the Hyperglides, to be honest. If you lube and film them, sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out. Lube and film them would probably be the best bet. So nice.
It's over, Alex. I have the high ground TKL.
Yeah, it could be that too. That could be an overused one. I mean, they're in my little thing that I'm reading here, it does look like they'll possibly be shipping this out within a month afterwards. But you know what? I'm going to ask them right now. When? Because they've been pretty quick with everything else they've been doing. So, Harkle, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate you, dude. Did it say 6 months? I don't even see that. Group buy is just January 2024. I don't see anything about 6 months. Do you? Koi, do you see that? I don't see it at all. Ashkeep says Q3. They would know more than I would. That's one piece of info I did not get, unfortunately. They would know more than me. Either way, Wind has been pretty good. I mean, I don't think Wind has any sort of bad track record in the hobby right now in terms of like shipping. So either way, it should be pretty good. 6 months is not a bad lead time, honestly. I'm kind of sad they didn't decide to do this in stock though.
Now this is pod racing. Top meme quote.
Is that a top meme? I think it might have been. Have you seen the SM-XTGR? No, I have not seen that one there. 320 and then 335 for Bluetooth kite. Pud racing. What keycaps are you going to use with your clay? Well, once I'm done taking pictures with that keyboard, with the set that I have on it now, I don't know. I appreciate you for what you're doing and all the inspiration on building keyboards. Much love. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, dude. What was the desk pad you were using building the Event Horizon? Oh, that was actually one by MVKB. I don't remember the name of it. It's something I got a long time ago. I believe it was the desk pad for Terminal. I want to say it was for Terminal, but I cannot remember. Was it Terminal, Chudo? I can wait 6 months. 6 months is not a bad lead time. I could have sworn, though, it was shorter than 6 months. So I thought I remember having a conversation about this, but maybe it is 6 months. I know I'll be doing a giveaway for this as well. Not for this particular unit. Well, this particular unit and another unit. So, oh, never mind. There's going to be 3 units we're going to be giving away. We want to give away this. Oh, no, it is just one unit. Never mind. 1 unit. Oh, wait. Is it a unit? Okay, I don't know what we're doing for a giveaway. No, it is a unit. And then we're giving away a metal keycap as well. Right, I'll have to shoot to bed. Up for work in 6 hours. If you want to check Discord DM later when you get a chance, it's about shipping XOX. You will do, Zach. Thank you so much. Does he still have them in stock, Chudo? Yeah, it's actually a nice desk pad. I'm sure you can find them in stock somewhere. I don't know who would have them in stock right now, but I have a feeling desk pads aren't as popular as they used to be. That phase of desk pads in the hobby has kind of drifted away. Oh, am I short one housing? Oh, no, I'm not. What's this, Nev? Oh, interesting back piece. Very interesting. Reminds me of the unicorn a little bit. Very pretty. Oh, I might have to enter for that one. How much do you guys think I can sell a batch of lubed and filmed MX Blacks? I don't really know the prices of what people sell things for these days, like aftermarket wise. But I would assume the cost of the switch plus whatever you want to charge for your own labor is probably what you'd get. And then also assuming, you know, like, I hate to say it, but like you've done a good job and stuff. So he says, as I go dig through a literal drawer of full desk pads. I also have a drawer of desk pads from when desk pads were really, really, really big, and I was like ordering every single one possible. I mentioned Cherry switches. My dad actually mentioned that his company regulated his business with Cherry, to my surprise. That is so cool. You know, I saw someone in Discord. Who was it? Was it VOD? I don't remember who it was. Who did a keyboard with, like, a keyboard build with their family, and that was the cutest thing ever, by the way. Like, legit so cute. Was it you, VOD? I don't remember. Was it you? I don't remember who it was. The Lego boards? Yeah. So freaking cute, dude. Three sets? Yeah. Adorbs. I think your keycap choice was also top tier cute too. Very, very cute. Are we doing 7U or 6.25 today? Hold on. Where are my wires? Those I didn't organize properly still. They're in little containers. But I just don't remember where I stuck them. Where are my wires? Oh, right there. Right in my drawer. I'm assuming we'll do 7U, right? Shit for compatibility. Yeah, the compatibility on some of those, like, I don't want to say off-brand, but off-brand keycaps are kind of bad sometimes. You know, I actually agree with you guys. I don't think 6.25s look too good on full-size keyboards. I very much agree. No brand? Yeah. The no brand ones. Seven U is goated. Do we have any people who prefer 6.25U in chat? Any 6.25U enjoyers? Did I miss the happy birthday song for Chozo? I don't think Chozo's watching stream tonight. Fancy Chozo is at a dinner. So I think he went for a little birthday dinner for tonight. Hear me out, 10U. I don't know about 10U. The more I use 7U, the more I think it sounds better. Toxic, I literally had the same mentality as you. Because I was at one point like a 6.25U guy. I was like, you know, to me it sounds better. And then the more I use 7U, I'm like, wait, this kind of sounds better. I think it obviously depends on the keyboard too, but I have had that kind of same experience to some degree. That's objectively true. Damn. Are you going to keep the Event Horizon? Yeah, I didn't know if I was allowed to keep it, but during the stream they said I could keep it, so they're letting me keep it, and honestly, it's very much like one of my favorite boards right now. If not my favorite board in my collection. I love Candy Roo and the Toxic Unicorn, but sorry, this might outpace it for a favorite board. You're objectively true in my heart? Chappy, please. 10U means never having a spacebar that matches your keycaps. I feel like 10U is also a waste of space. I know that sounds really mean, but like, I feel like there's more things you could do on the bottom of your keyboard than just have a giant ass spacebar. You know what I mean? Hold on, I have like one, there it is. I have two older Duroc screw-ins here too. 10U slaps hard on 40s boards. 10U is just pointless flex, and I don't care. I love it. You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It is a pointless flex, and you can love it. Don't say that about 10U ever again. He's a sensitive guy. My bad, Fred. Hydrating now. A 10U spacebar is like an engraving on the inside of the case or bottom weight. No, but I feel like, okay, you know, I feel like 10U, honestly, you lose parts of your keyboard there. W1AT with 10U is end game. I don't care what anyone else says. Oh, I kind of hit a nerve, I think. This is my bad, guys. Can we talk about enter keys? Remember big ass enter key? You mean the ISO enter? ISO enter kind of hot though. I'm not gonna lie. ISO enter is kind of hot. Tenyu is like Bay, kind of pointless, but makes you look like a baller. True. Biggest enter equal to ISO? Which one's biggest enter? Which one are you guys talking about? Like in the XT keyboards? Oh, I'm misremembering maybe. Big PP equals ISO plus 10U. Damn. ISO enter is hot. I'm about to solder a... Oh, you're doing ISO? Should I do this? No, I won't do this one here in ISO today. ISO is kind of hot though, man. I have like 2 keyboards in my collection, like for personal boards that I've done in ISO. And it is quite nice. They always have really nice enter key, like novelties that go on ISO. ISO sounds like a song that should be made. ISO enter? Could be a nice song. Thanks for the follows, by the way, guys, and thank you guys for the subs today. I really appreciate it. I drank damn near a full gallon of chocolate milk today. Just thought y'all would want to know. That hurts my stomach thinking about it. I am not a chocolate... I think we've had this discussion. I am just not into chocolate milk. It doesn't do anything for me. Big... Hold on, let me look at this. Big S enter. Which one is this one? Take that back. Oh, interesting. It's a cool looking keyboard, actually. Interesting. Your stomach enzymes are on overtime. He's not into you. He needs it to survive. Feels fan-fucking-tastic. Oh my god. You should try Korean banana milk. I'm sure that... Dude, actually, you know what? Speaking of something a little off topic. So, I really like Eggos, like Eggo waffles. They're kind of like a guilty pleasure from time to time with some maple syrup. And I saw they have banana chocolate chip Eggos. You better believe I purchased like a little box of that, and I've already had, well, a total of 4. So good. So good. I'm trying to make them last though. Love Eggos. Eggos with Nutella. Oh, I don't really... Dude, I love Nutella. Don't get me wrong. But every time I have it, I always feel guilty. So I haven't had it in a little while now. I always feel guilty for eating Nutella. Is hot chocolate soup? Oh no. Guys, listen. I don't know what I did to deserve this conversation. Can we not do the soup discussion today? I don't want to get into what's soup and what's not today. Is cereal soup? Unsay it, please. Is coffee soup? Hot chocolate is not soup. Oh, brother, not this again. Guys, listen, I don't want to do the soup convo again. Honestly, I think it left me kind of scarred the other day. I'm soup. Is ice water soup? This is a whole stream. Is life soup? True. My body is a soup of different liquids. God. Is a TKL just a large macro pad? True. God. Technically, I like to buy clothes at the soup store. When I take a bath, I make soup. That scum, please. Please, scum. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Let's pretend that never happened, dude. That one's cursed? Yeah, that one's pretty cursed, bro. I'm begging you, bro. Let's not bring that one up again. Band, you're welcome. I had a sad realization the other night that when I realized I realized my chip preferences are shockingly similar. Brocker, tell me right, I need to know, Brocker. What is your top tier chips? Can you list them? Like, can you label them one to 5? Give me your top 5 chips. I'll let you know if we're best friends right now. I'll let you know. All original? Bro, I'm all original. I'm an original guy. Baked Lays? I'm sorry, we don't have the same preference in chips. Baked Lays? Honestly, I feel like it depends on the batch of baked Lays chips. They're kind of like bottom tier for me. But you know what? Original. So you know what? You get a point for that, Brocker. I'm into that. Cape Cod chips. Oh, Cape Cod chips are great, but in original form. Only original chips for me. The only flavored chip I'll eat is honey butter chips. Alex, you just broke my heart with that statement. I just don't like the flavor of the baked Lays. I don't know what it is. It just tastes like bleh. I'm sorry, guys. Rank brass, steel, and copper for keyboards. Do you mean in terms of weights or plates? Whoa, honey butter chips, I will say, are probably the most top tier chip I have ever had in my entire life. I don't know a good way to describe them. They're honey butter flavored chips. They're so good. I did a snack exchange with Emily a long time ago, and she sent over a bag of, I'm probably going to misremember the actual name of it, but it was a bag of honey butter chips, but they had like a brie flavor to it, like a cheese flavor. Those were so good. I have not seen that flavor since. And then I did see that they had those honey butter chips maple flavored, which you know what, my ass is tempted to buy those. I saw The Boy and the Heron yesterday. It was good. Super fun watch. I haven't seen the trailer for that. The Boy and the Heron. What is that one there? The Boy and the Heron. Oh, I did see the trailer for this. I want to watch this too. New Studio Ghibli movie? Yeah. I watched the trailer for this actually. I couldn't remember what it was called though. I guess I have to clip this. This is nerve-wracking. Okay, I have a question about that, Gurgle. I did see a poster for Hunger Games. Is that a new Hunger Games? Because I was so confused seeing that. It's a prequel. Oh. I didn't know that came out. That was easy to do. Never mind. It's good? Oh, I didn't know. I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, I saw a poster for it while we were out the other day. And I was scratching my head because it was like I didn't fully take in the poster. I was like, did they not, like, is that not done? President Snow's origin story, very good. Okay, maybe I have to give that a watch too, because I have seen all the Hunger Games. There's a lot of movies I need to catch up on. I've been kind of lazy with my movie watching. I've been way too into rewatching all the Star Wars stuff and getting through all the Star Wars content that I have just not been into my movie stuff lately. So, in the other Windex 98, I believe I used foam because I believe the other Windex 98 had flex cuts, if I remember correctly. So one of the big changes here would be the PCB. So I am very excited to try this without putting foam in it today. Put that in here in a second. I watched all 3 John Wicks the other day. Definitely got progressively worse. Really? I kind of have mixed opinions on that. I feel like all the John Wicks were good. I'm a John Wick fanboy. What can I say? I liked all the John Wicks. Oh, come on. The stab hates me. We'll use this stab instead. I only saw 3. Have you ever played D&D? I have not, but I am very open to trying D&D. I feel like I'm a little intimidated by it for sure, but I am very open. Okay. One of the hot swap sockets is sort of interfering with the insertion of that stabilizer, but it should be fine when I screw it down. D&D can be complex, but it doesn't have to be. I do want to play it. I think I would need someone I know or just someone I'm comfortable playing with to like maybe sit down and take their time with me. So, but I am very interested in trying it out one day. Where did I put my bag of screws? Oh, in here. Depends on the DM2. Dungeon Master, a good Dungeon Master can make or break some of the first experiences. I've heard that. I have definitely heard that from people too. I'd be interested. I do still want to play, like, this is another topic, kind of, but sort of in the same realm. I do want to do another run of Baldur's Gate with someone, like maybe another friend or someone. I did play 2 different runs of Baldur's Gate now. One solo and then one with one of my other friends. But I would be down to trying that again because I feel like it's been a little while and I'm interested in doing one more run of that game. Alex, can Greg be the bard who wears orange shorts? Alex can be the bard. Alex can be the Greg. Wait, Alex can be Greg the bard? Oh, you're saying that would be my game name? Can someone do fan art of Greg wearing orange shorts? Try doing an honor mode in co-op. It's wild. What is that? What's honor mode? Wait, what's honor mode? I want to know. I bought an NK mouse pad. I was wondering if you have recommend cleaning methods. I've only cleaned one mouse pad ever. The only time I did it was I was outside and I sprayed it with a hose. And I put some soapy water on it, basically. And it wasn't even that dirty to begin with. And then there was another time I did try to just dab it with some water, but then it left water stains. So I think most people will probably just tell you to throw it into the washing machine. But I don't have a good way of cleaning one, to be honest. It's a new difficulty they released with the most recent patch. Some bosses have legendary actions. A permadeath if your party wipes? What? Have you played through it, Shudo? That sounds hella scary. I think I would want a full party though. I don't think I would trust myself to do that. I'm doing it right now? That sounds intense. Okay, maybe I'll have to give that a go. Oh, hello, screw. Alex, is a custom resin spacebar going to work for the Wooting 68G? I would assume it would. I mean, like, Death, I'm not 100% positive because I really haven't played with that board too much, but I would assume so. Depends on the pad. If it's just a regular desk mat, washer is fine. If it's an artisan or FPS quality, do not wash it. Yes. If it's something just from like Novel Keys, then yeah, I would just normal wash that. What type of music do you like? Ooh. So, I don't know how to answer this. I feel like lately, when I'm working on something serious or doing any sort of writing or photo editing, You know what's funny? You guys can see what I listen to, I think, on Discord sometimes. I will listen to piano music, just like random piano soundtracks or lo-fi hip-hop. Sometimes jazz music. When I am just wanting to listen to something, I'll either put on my early 2000s playlist. So yes, Linkin Park and Blink-182 and a bunch of other people. Or I will listen to top 40 stuff just because like I want to see, not top 40s, but just like the Spotify recommended stuff just to see if there's any artists I like. Sometimes I get a good track or two. Most of it I don't really care for. But, and then on days I'm feeling down, Disney soundtracks, baby. Disney soundtracks. You already know I listen to Do You Want to Build a Snowman, bro? Link to Spotify Wrapped. My Spotify Wrapped top play is Post Malone. There was one song from Post Malone last year that I absolutely just like need to play on repeat. Well, actually, there was two songs, but one in particular. I love me some Posty Malone. Maybe one day I'll build him a custom keyboard. That would be hella sick. That would be so sick, dude. I was listening to Motley Crue and Morning. Those were my top two songs from Posty last year. Well, I guess this year, because this year's not over yet. He does collabs with like every content creator, I feel like. Who, Post Malone? I haven't really followed that part of his career. Do you like Joji? I like Joji. Joji's good. I turn on an Alex VOD. You're too kind, dude. Sorry, I missed a whole bunch of chats. I apologize, guys. Let me just get some screws. I want all the gold screws. I'm being a little bit anal about what I want here. Leave it to Teja to handle that. I feel like Nathan is very good at doing collab stuff. I don't think I'm bad at doing collab stuff. I just feel like, I don't know. I'm just not as into doing collab. Like, I would think it would be really cool, for sure. I would love to do a collab thing, but listen to Morning, Post Malone every day. It's so good, saying. Oh, Nev, that could be my next step of further organizing my screws. Technically, all the screws are the same and they all work. I just wanted all the same colors today. But I feel like that's a whole other task. Actually, you know what I learned? I learned that in the iFixit kit, there's a bit with a magnet. So you can just grab all the screws. I didn't know there was a bit with a magnet until like 2 weeks ago. So it's been kind of nice knowing there's a bit with a magnet in the iFixit kit. I just want to see the clean cut look of Alex's Post Malone. Where did I get hide the disinfectant? Wait, what? You should separate the screws in different baggies. I should though, Nev. Posty's a super nice guy in IRL. I've heard he's very kind. Oh, I missed one screw. This is not good. Alrighty, let's put this back in my little drawer of things with our Greg sticker. Geoff forgot to screw in his stabs ones. You know, I've done that one time, and then I was like scratching my head as to why my keyboard was sounding so rattly. And I remembered that I used screw-ins and I never screwed them in. So we are going to be using long pull switches. We're going to be using some Obscura switches. It was either that or Wuche switches, but I was like, you know what? I kind of want to use Obscuras. I guess I have the option now, though, of polycarb or aluminum. I don't know why I'm kind of feeling like polycarb is a good choice for this. You know? So I don't know what to pick. I'm feeling polycarb maybe today. Yeah, I feel like polycarb's a sick choice. What's the mount? it's going to be just your standard kind of gasket mount. I don't know if you can do top mount on this, unless that's a new thing that I didn't read about. Maybe it was my mistake and I overlooked it. Let's see. Actually, what's the front height again? I don't know if they've listed the front height. I know it's a 7-degree typing angle. Oh, maybe they didn't. They didn't list front height, so I don't know. Oh, it's top mount MPC gasket. Okay, so there is top mount for this guy here too. Ooh, top mount it is. I am vibing with top mount. Wait a second. This way. I am 100% doing top. I feel like that would slap for today. I think I might overrule the vote today because I really want to do top mount on this. PC top mount is super goated. All right, let's grab this guy. Actually, let me make sure all the stats go up and down. Alloy with top mount, please. I am personally not a big aluminum top mount guy, so I feel like my answer there would be kind of biased. And I kind of hate to admit that, but you know, it's true. I think we do need a plate for it for today though. QK65. I don't know if I'll be doing the new QK65, but I will be doing the QK, or the Neo 80, not QK80. Neo 80 will be soon. Top mount PC is nice. No brass top mount combo. I don't even think they're offering brass, if I remember correctly. There's no brass option for this. I think it's just aluminum and polycarb. I don't think there's anything outside of that. What's the white thingy for? So with softer plates, you sometimes get some bowing or just some like fitment problems, I guess, where it kind of bows down and it's hard to put in a switch. The plate fork allows you to kind of not have to deal with that stuff because it supports the plate from bowing downwards. Kyle, where do you see? Oh, is that in the extras? Sorry, I'm only looking at the other thing here. Extra part link. Holy shit. I didn't even look at this extra part link. They do have a brass plate. FR4 plate too. Damn, I didn't even, to be honest, I did not even go through this extra part list. I didn't even know this was a thing until right now. Holy shit. There's so many extra parts here. It's like overwhelming how many extra parts there are. I guess you can buy an extra top piece too, which is interesting. So if you did want to switch between your Southpaw and normal, you could just buy a $65 extra top. Not bad, actually. Feels like forever. Wait, since many boards have offered brass plates. I would love to see sales data on brass plates. I don't know how well they do. I kind of low-key feel like they don't do very well at all. But maybe I'm talking out of my ass. I think it's cool for this board. You can switch it to Southpaw. I mean, yeah, all you have to do really is like, you can kind of see the other, it's right here. So you would basically, sorry, it's not plugged in right now. Well, sorry, it'd be like this. And then you just move the ribbon cable to this side. So you can quickly switch it. And technically, if you own the other top, it's not like you need to rebuild anything either, since you would just move this to the other side. So it's quite interesting. They did send me a Southpaw top, so if you guys wanted to, we could do Southpaw today, but do you guys want Southpaw? I'm 99% positive the other top is Southpaw. I feel like I kind of owe you guys Southpaw, because I think the last Southpaw board we did wasn't good at all. I actually like Southpaw more. It doesn't, like, it allows the board to still have its full size without interfering with, you know, your mouse area. So personally, I prefer it. Thoughts on Southpaw boards that don't switch the 0 to the left side? have any problems with it. Because I feel like when I'd want to switch it to this side, I'd still want it to be the same layout. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Because it's not like my brain kind of flips everything. I would still want it to be the same. For how little I use the numpad anyways. I wouldn't want to learn a new layout myself. I don't know how you guys feel about that. About like flipping some of the keys when you're going to a different, I guess, southpaw versus normal. Okay, we'll grab the southpaw top here in a second. Why not numpad on both sides? Nicholas asking the real questions here, to be honest. Why not southpaw and numpads on the top as well? And then we can also use a numpad wrist rest. Split backspace on my Bauer has been really fucking me up. Really? I feel like split backspace did fuck me up the first time I used it, but it's not terribly bad. Both paw? Yeah, we could do both paw. When is up and down coming? True, true. Rye guy asking very serious questions that need answering right now. Alex, what's the best switch I can mod for my booting? You mean just our standard MX switch? I mean, I don't really, again, Death, I don't really know that case too much. And I don't want to give you answers that I'm not too confident on giving you. You know, like, I just feel like that's just me talking out of my ass. So I'm not sure what would be very good for that particular case. And again, I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction just to sound smart. I think I was going to replace the case too because it's a plastic one. Yeah, I'm still not too positive about that assembly. I know some people moved their routing keyboards into what's it called, the Salvation, and really enjoyed it. But I think everyone's a little different when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I'm not too sure. Again, I don't want to give you an answer just to sound smart. What side do I need? We're doing 7U, so I need the right side.
Elishi gifted a tier 1
Thank
sub to
you,
Detri
Dad.
2142.
Thank you,
They have
Elishi.
given 3 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, thank you. That means a lot. Gion Raptor. Yeah, I'm not too positive about that stuff, guys. I apologize. I wish I was more knowledgeable about that stuff. Maybe I need to pick up one of those assemblies. Oh, what happened to my switch here? Wait, what the fuck? The plastic broke on it. Okay, this one here, no good. The plastic kind of got crushed or something. Death, don't say that. There's no looking down on others and bossing them around, Death. Come on. Bye, Soren. Hi, Soren. No, there's none of that. No one should ever look down on anyone, even as a joke. Death, I can be no fun, but that's not okay to do. Have you seen the Holy 60? I don't know how I feel about that keyboard bed. I think that keyboard looks visually very interesting, but I don't know how I feel about it in the long run. It could be really nice. I think it kind of reminds me of like Venom from from Spider-Man for whatever reason. But it could be really good sounding too, because it's just a PCB, right? That's why I listen to black metal. Oh my gosh. No one should look down on anyone, guys. That is not okay to do. This is killing my thumb, my poor thumb. I wish Win used regular cables instead of ribbon. Yep. But I mean, I'm not like terribly upset about the ribbon cables here, but I do also wish the same thing. I am not a ribbon cable guy. I got some more baggies of switches. Don't even stress. The Venom 60. It does kind of look like Venom, no? I have some other spring weights for the mods here that I have prepped. No foam. I want to try no foam in this today. I have a feeling this is going to sound pretty good with no foam. I'm hoping anyways. I can only hope. Hypothetically though, if I was standing at the top of the stairs looking at some at the bottom of the stairs, true, then you technically would physically have to. Imagine having some semi-transparent material at the bottom of the case. That'd actually be a better idea. Because it's just fully exposed, right, Bed? It's just like fully open. I just worry about the sound of those kind of things, you know? Alex Boomerang build 2024. Boomerang build. You mean that giant? I think I know which keyboard you're talking about. Oh gosh, there we go. All right, I'll put the mods in here in a second. Built the XR2 with an aluminum plate and no foam, and man, was it bad? But XR2, did that one there, Vicious, have flex cuts? Because I don't even remember if that particular model did. I'm pretty positive, like something's inside me is telling me it did have flex cuts, but I could be wrong. Switch suggestions for Zoom 75. If you're going a foamy sounding build, KTT switches are great, long pull switches are great. If you're trying to go for something not as foamy, I still feel like with the Zoom, you can get some pretty good sound profiles. I mean, I would probably just pick long pull switches, honestly. Obscuras sound good. Cream sodas sound really, really good. Some very good options you can get for that guy. Okay, for these ones here, I'm just gonna use the regular switches I set up. Graphite golds would be pretty good for that too, yeah. I actually really like graphite golds. I really, really like the graphites. Are neons louder than obscuras? If you don't... Okay, if you leave the obscura switches stock with the amount of lube that they come with, I kind of feel like both are equally as loud. Maybe the neons being a little bit louder. Maybe. But unlubed obscuras, like the stock whatever lube on them is, I would say, like pretty standard in terms of loudness. Graphite golds though, unlubed. Some other long pull switches might not sound as clean. I mean, I tried stock obscuras. So these I left stock as well. I tried stock obscuras a few weeks ago after everyone in chat told me to try stock obscuras, and they genuinely were very nice. Which is what prompted me to not bother to lube these today, because I was like, you know what, let's go for something a little bit louder. But I did lube a few just for the mods, just because I do like the modifiers, at least on the main part of the keyboard here, to have a little bit more bass to them, not be super, super bright in sound. So all I did is put a little bit of extra 205D0 on these. Oh, I guess this is facing to the left. Stock GAT CJs? I've heard that as well. I haven't tried them personally. What the fuck is wrong with this? One sec, guys. That was very difficult to push in for whatever reason. No, it's not JWK. It is, oh my goodness. It is not Bsun. It's Otemu. I believe it's Otemu who makes the mode stuff. I'm pretty positive. All right, we are done. Even with the questionable blotchy lubing along the obscuras, they still feel uniformly smooth. Yeah, I mean, I still, at the end of the day, I said this from day one, with any pre-lube switch, the majority, like if you really want to get into the nitty gritty of it, I don't think any of the pre-lube switches are 100% ever going to be perfect. Especially the ones that come off the factory line. Like the ones that are factory hand lubed, I still don't 100% believe. But the ones that are factory lubed, they still come out very inconsistent for whatever reason. So I always feel like if you want the best kind of job, you have to go in and do it yourself. There is unfortunately not a lot of shortcuts when it comes to that. Oil Kings, I don't care for Oil Kings stock, like the lube, or the whatever the stock lube is. I really, really don't like them. Oh shit, was this the blue upwards? Yeah, I think so. Open and blow a lube load. What the fuck, WOD? Hold on, let me get the, you guys want Southpaw, right? So should I get the Southpaw top then? Should we do Southpaw? Summertimes were very solid. I mean, you still get good batches, don't get me wrong, guys. You still get like half decent batches of those things. I really put a lot of tape and foam on this. First batch of Oil Kings were so bad. Yeah, they're I've never had a good stock experience with Oil Kings, by the way. Like, never once. Southpaw, baby. Bing. If a switch feels smooth, is it still worth lubing? That's a tough question. I do feel like the amount of lube you use sometimes might not even affect the smoothness, but it will affect the sound profile of your keyboard. So my answer to you is yes, but I don't know. I feel like I can't give you a super straight answer there. Small Eagle, how are you doing?
Sup, Alex? Hope you've had a good holiday.
It's been okay,
tuned
yeah.
into a stream in a while.
Well, I'm glad you're here now, friend. How are you doing, man? Man, my camera does not like this keyboard. Like, why is it being so funky? Here, I'll put you over here. Let me just move this over. It does not like the bottom of this board at all. It just like gets confused. It's a really pretty color. Here, I'll just switch to this view for now. I feel like Wind Studio has been putting out some actually some really nice products. I've been liking their Wind X series. Like, I've always kind of liked it. I think they're just kind of refining it now, especially with these R2s, which is nice. There is a butt ton of colors you can pick from, combinations of things, I believe, if you get the extra pieces. But I think the majority of the cases they make are pretty nice looking. Anode quality's always been good. No issue there. I don't think they've missed on any of their boards so far. I really don't think so either. They've done like pretty consistent work across the majority of their boards so far. What mouse is that? It is a MX Master 3, but it's not my favorite mouse in the world. I've been considering just getting a different mouse, but haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. In case you guys don't know, I should show you guys this too, just because, again, I'm kind of basing this off people looking at the R1. But the way that this works is there's a few pieces that kind of like clamp the top together. This is my lap. So I'll show you guys what I mean here. So you have this bottom piece, and then you have this other piece over here. And this kind of gives it that seam or accent in the center, because it uses the middle of this particular, as you can kind of see the extra little lip over there. But yeah, that's what they're doing for that. Dude, I also wish I had the semi-transparent version. I did ask for it, but like to take a look at it, because I thought, man, a polycarbonate 1800 kinda, sorta. Is it considered 1800? Yes, right? I'm like, man, that could have been really, really fucking hot. But unfortunately, they didn't send a semi-transparent one. It's okay though. I'm still very much into looking at the aluminum version. Angel? What is such a sexy man? Angel, please. Don't talk about yourself that way. Saint! Thank you so much for 5 tier 1s, man. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you, man. Can't go wrong with aluminum. No, you can't go wrong with it. Saint, thank you very much, dude. All right, now, let's look through our box of stuff. So I will need the daughter board. I do minus points for this, by the way. Just to be super clear, the fact that it's using a proprietary daughter board and using a ribbon cable. This is where the battery would go, but I don't think mine has a battery. No, there's no battery. It's kind of whatever. I don't care about this. I wish it was universal. I wish it was more accessible in the future in case this company decides to never make keyboards again. But it is whatever. Silicone gaskets. Nope. I think this is for the top mount. Top screws. Oh, they did include some stab pads. I don't know why. And then there is another daughter board there. Maybe just an extra one. I don't know what these are. I think these are extra feet. All right. I was so down for the PC one, but there is no metal standoffs. I wouldn't know. Did someone else build the polycarbonate one, or I guess the clear one? I don't know if it's actually polycarb. Did someone build it? That would be, I actually would go watch that stream. What bit do I need for this? I'm so bad at opening these tiny little bags, man. Do you know if you'll be building an Ori 360? Yes. Okay, that is actually one of the boards I am very excited for. I think it comes in soon, and I will schedule that stream as soon as possible. I don't think the group buy is for a little while, but yes, I am so excited to build that thing. Ori reached out, Bruce reached out to me, and he's like, do you want to build it? And I was like, fuck yes, I do. So we have a few options to mount all this. As you guys can see, there is a bunch of different mounting points to experiment with, I guess, for top mount. I'm only going to do 1 and 1. So center and center. I think that's kind of cool, though. You can kind of pick where you want things to be mounted. Pretty neat, in case you want a super, super stiff top mount. Where's the main PCB? Here it is. A short of the PC version. Oh, I did not know they had the short of the PC version. Oh, edited. Okay. Oh, yeah. I don't see any standoffs. It's not the end of the world. Like, realistically, I know it's not the end of the world that there's no standoffs, but it does kind of bother me a little bit. Oh, I guess I need the other piece, that little badge. Let's take out the badge here. Yeah, it's like a two-tone PC. The bottom looks like it's more of like a smoky gray. Yeah, this is a hot swap. They also offer a solderable PCB. And then I believe they also have the wireless PCB as well. but the wireless one is a little bit more money. For me, 60 has always been the best sounding with tray mount or O-ring. 60 and 65 are my favorite layouts. I think if I had to pick a layout to use forever, I would probably actually be a 75. But you know what? I really, really like my 60 layouts. Again, I don't think it's super practical for me in the long term. But yeah, I'm kind of a 60 fan for sure. Definitely a 60 fan. Whenever I get the chance to use them, I use them. Man, so interesting how there's so many different screw holes here. Do they actually provide you with enough screws to use all of these? For the longest time, I had a hard time choosing caps for the Windex you sent me. What'd you end up settling on? Alex Team 60? Dude, you already know I'm a 60 fanboy. You already know. Now, there is a mounting point underneath the space bar. Do I risk not bothering to screw that in? We could try to not screw it in because it's not like this takes a whole lot to disassemble. But I'm down to not bother. I will mount one right here though. Oh, you guys can't see them. I apologize. I'm gonna probably mount one right over here and ignore everything in between here. But I'll probably just put one. I'll put one here on this side and maybe one on this side. Decent top mount TKL is unbeatable IMO. Top mount. You know what's funny about the keyboard hobby? Everyone I end up talking to will always come back to one of two different mounting situations. Either a good top mount keyboard or a good O-ring keyboard. It's all preference, but I do notice that more people end up switching to one of those two different mounting situations. It's always kind of cute how people end up there. Always kind of cute and kind of funny, to be honest. God, I hate ribbon cables so much. Okay, we got it, I think. Integrated plate for real? Not me, I'm a gasket boy. All right. I can respect that. Geon tadpoles have my heart. I'm personally impartial to the tadpoles. I don't truly care for tadpoles too much. Actually, I do run a rebuild in my bias though. Everyone keeps telling me to use that foam or whatever, that sheet, that silicone sheet that came with the bias, and I still have to do that. O-ring for Holy 60 should be fun. Is that gonna be O-ring mounted? Oh my God. Same goes for switches. Everyone ends up coming back to cherry MX blacks and browns. Yep. Alu gasket PC top mount. I think the carbon fiber plate I have is the Tofu 2.0. I mean, that's still fair. All right, this is my least favorite part about O-ring builds. So it would be this one. Now to get this in lift. What if I were to do this? Can I do this? Is this gonna make sense? Oh, I can do this. Beautiful. Actually, that was kind of painless. I'm not gonna lie, that was not that bad. Not that bad. Although, now getting the O-ring to sit nice, or not the O-ring, the ribbon cable to sit nice is kind of a pain in the butt. All right, screw this back in now. So I don't think there's anything objectively bad about the build process. Again, I do wish that they didn't go ribbon cables, and More so that they used a universal daughter board. That is something I hope every designer does, unless you absolutely need some sort of proprietary daughter board. Maybe it's sort of like, I don't know, it needs like 100 LEDs on it or something for some sort of backlight lighting. I don't always agree with the route of going proprietary daughter boards. It's always good to have something you can swap out in the future. There was nothing really too bad about this. Again, we've built the Wind X98 before. This is just more of a updated version. In your opinion, what is your least favorite mounting style you've ever done or done so far? Integrated plate. Integrated plate is probably the worst mounting you can probably make for keyboards. There's no changing my mind on that. You know, I'll even take a burger mounted board or whatever they're calling them. But yeah, integrated plate's terrible. Ooh. Like, okay, if you're gonna do something fun, let me take that back 1 second. Let's rewind one moment. If you're doing something fun, like make the integrated plate a different material, which I kind of almost feel like it's not really an integrated plate then. It's just a different plate that's forcibly screwed on. Then sure. But if it's going to be an aluminum integrated plate or just some sort of metallic integrated plate, then yeah, that's a hard pass for me. Super hard pass. All right, I don't think I have a big enough. Do I? Let me go double check. What is my favorite switch type if you're building plateless? Ooh, it depends on the board. Again, I hate giving you guys these answers. I really don't like giving them, but it really, really depends. There are certain boards I'll use certain switches for. Loving the gray on loving the grays lately. Yeah, gray boards, silver and gray, kind of hot. This has a really nice like two-tone color to it too. So it has like the navy bottom with a little brass weight on the back over here too. I think the price point of this board is pretty nice at $330. Maybe I kind of prefer the regular X badge better, not this square one, but oh, I forgot to put the diffuser in this. It's okay. You guys will be blinded by the diffuser, but because I didn't switch over the diffuser from the other top mount or top plate over here. So no diffuser in this. I'll switch it here in a second. Let me get some keycaps first. I love stiff hard typing experiences. I mean, everyone's different, Kyle. Everyone's different. Now, I guess what keycaps do I want to put on this? These are Obscuras. The ones that I collabed with. I'm not gonna do great tonight. Please don't make me. Let me go see what I can put. Would you guys be down for redacted on this? Unironically bento? We could do bento if you want. Hold on, let me see what else I got. I mean, I would be down for Noel. Redacted might be really nice on this too. We could do Nautilus. Do I have Nautilus on a board? I don't know if I do. Let me check some other keycaps here. Do I have Nautilus available? Yeah, we could do Nautilus. We haven't used Nautilus in a while. I'm totally down to use Nautilus. Mercury. Do you guys want to use Nautilus? Oh, it's this way. Like I'm very down to use it if you guys are. You know we haven't, Chudo. We actually have not done that recently. And I'm down to try Monokai material for maybe a future stream. I feel like I'm totally down. I don't know where it is right now. I need to figure out if it's on a keyboard. I know nothing about keyboards, but YouTube brought me here. Well, hello. How are you? How is life? I hope things are well for you. Welcome to our show. Yeah, I think Nautilus will look good on this. It's a classic set. I'll only get another little desk pad for this. Or should I just get the other desk that I normally use? You know what? I'm going to switch back to the other desk pad. I've been kind of desk padless the last little bit. And I'm kind of missing my desk pad now. So let's switch back. Little Nautilus, you know. Again, I forgot to put the diffuser back in the top, so I'll go back in and add that here in a bit. I didn't know this didn't come with the diffuser pre-installed. My own mistake. Yeah, back to the desk pad I hate, but it's nice looking, so. It is very much a personal problem at this point. But yeah, I got to hang out with Diego today, so that was really fun. And then I still got a lot of work done today because I woke up early enough to do it all. So I feel like today was super productive and I'm very happy about that. Okay, I got a lot of keycaps for this. No, I have not yet tried them actually. Soon though. I think Mike said he was sending some over. Is more numpads. True. More numpads definitely help. Fuck, I don't remember all the numpad stuff. So let me actually Google the Windex here. This goes here, I think. Watch your videos, but it's my first time checking out your stream. I hope you enjoy it. I mean, I think it's pretty fun to chill on the stream here some days. So I really, really hope you enjoy it. Oh, interesting. So putting that one screw up here and up here definitely adds a little bit of movement here with the numpad, which is kind of fun. Would you guys say that the stream is more fun than the YouTube videos? What the fuck? Well, I don't like the way this particular switch is sitting. Let me actually go in and fix that. What the fuck? The plate's not sitting nice on this. Such as the joys of hot swaps sometimes. That's a little better. Because we can beg for Greg. True. You guys technically can. We can talk shit in real life. True. I like that aspect of streaming, to be honest. So I like the idea of just chilling, talking to everybody. It's way more fun to me than doing YouTube content. Guess we can push this all to the side. Oh, J. Wait, am I putting this in the right spot? I think I am. This 0 we don't need. There's the 5. Did I seal the Greg? Seal it? What do you mean by that, Saint? Gregmas? Ooh. This is already kind of sounding nice. Yeah, we'll use the blue enter key here. The switch isn't sitting 100%. It's not, the pipe key is not sitting 100% on this, and it's kind of bothering me a little bit, but. I love the soup debate. Really? I could care less about the soup debate. The soup debate made me sad. I cannot stop thinking about the Holy 60. I have too many questions, but we have so little. You know what I should do, Ben? I should reach out to some of the guys at KBD Fans. Maybe they'll let me take a look at one. Maybe we can collectively take a look and see what that board's all about. Canadian sites for Limo connectors. The only Canadian person that I would probably recommend, don't hate me, I don't know everyone who does cables. Check out Dispatch Cables. I don't know if anyone else is offering any sort of limos. This was like an extra bit. I just like the way it looks. That's why I'm putting aside the standard KLJ. I just like the arrow keys there. I just think it looks cool. No real reason. No nothing. I just thought it looked nice. It was like an extra part of Nautilus back in the day. Holy 60 drop test. I saw Teja's been doing a lot more drop tests in his stream. That guy is silly. Numpad on the left is interesting. So you can actually switch it with this keyboard. If we want, we can actually put it to the other side, but we decided to go with a left-aligned numpad today. Can already tell you this is going to sound nice. As a new streamer, he has something to do to get people's attention. Damn, that's actually crazy you said that. That is wild to me. God damn, dude. You can switch in the same build. Yeah, so even if I decided to solder this in, you can technically just disassemble it all, unplug the cable that connects the numpad and this PCB. You have to buy a different top, so we have a different top here. But then basically you move the numpad PCB part to the right and this to the left, and then bam, you have a standard kind of setup over here. I like what they did with this. I really do. I think it's pretty nice. This is where the dot goes, yeah. And then this goes here. You can even set this, if you don't really want this as a numpad, you can technically set this up as a macro pad. Plastic. Alex, do you have a favorite keycap set that came out this year? Micklin, 100%. No doubts about my decision there. 100% GMK Micklin. 110% actually. That's how confident I am in saying that. Absolutely best set of the year. For me at least. Some people might have different opinions there. Nautilus, this set is so beautiful on one of the keycap sets. Oh really? It's one of their favorite sets too? I didn't watch Nathan's video yet. It's a classic set. I mean, you can't go wrong with good old G&K Nautilus.
Got into the hobby earlier this year.
Not.
Here's to another year of it.
Dude, I hope that the next year of this goes absolutely fantastic for you, bro. Thanks for being here, man. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate the support. I'm typing on Micklin right now. These novelties are beautiful. To me, it's the best set of the year. I don't know if you guys have a different set in mind. But it is genuinely, I think, the nicest set this year. I don't know if there's anything better than Micklin. Oh, that's page down. My bad. I'll go through what I want to put there. I don't know yet, actually. You know what? Let's do that. And then, where did I put that page down? That's okay. I'll do that later. Oh my god, this piece of plastic, why does it keep coming back? Nah, because we're doing the accent arrow keys. F2, F9. Taiga this year. I've been steering clear of GMK sets after having to wait over 2 years for some sets. Having seen a set that made me want to commit again. I've been steering clear of GMK sets. You know, as much as I understand, I 100% get the whole like steering clear of it. 100, no doubt about it. I totally get it as a consumer. It's like really annoying. But as someone who does keyboards basically for like, I don't know, I don't want to say a living, but like every day I'm constantly in it on keyboards. I have to admit, man, nothing's quite come close to how much I like the GMK sets. And also, yeah, GMK has definitely improved. Like, they've listened to a lot of people. They've really, you know, pushed that feedback into the whole process of their business. So that's good to see too. Yeah, there's been nothing to me that has come close to... Oh, they're really quick now. And you know what, Scotch? There are so many in-stock sets that you can get these days. Hyperfuse? Hyperfuse is okay. It's not my favorite Saint. If I'm going to be brutally honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the set. I love the GMK sets I have. Yeah. They're such good sets. But I totally get it. They did take a while. They did drop the ball in a lot of areas. But they've come a long way. I feel like a lot of, I don't want to say they're mistakes, but a lot of what happened was miscommunication. And I do feel like they've rectified a whole bunch of it. Favorite GMK set and why is it Greg? Actually, my favorite is technically Nautilus. My personal favorite, I've said this for a long time, is Nautilus. It's not even that I like Nautilus. It's just this holds a very special place in my heart. This was actually my very first GMK set ever. My very first GMK purchase was this particular set that you see me using today. So it does have like a very like intimate part for me. No, I don't. You know, I need to ask Mike if they have any extras of that particular set, but I don't know if I'm going to be picking it up, Saint. I'll ask Mike, see if they have any extras. Maybe I can ask for one very politely and see if I can compare it. But as far as I know, I'm probably not getting one. What do I need for up here again? God, I always forget. Oh wait, and I'm missing the B, right? Did I miss the B somewhere? B. And then I need short shift. Ooh, that already sounds delicious. Where is the short shift? Short shift, and then I do not remember what goes up here. These are stock obscures except for the modifiers. The modifiers I did lube. I did put a light coat of lube on all the mods. Well, not the mods over here, but like these mods I did. I need the minus symbol. Where the fuck is that? Nope, that's the wrong profile. This guy. Pause goes here. And sorry guys, I'm kind of, I always forget what goes up here on these numpads because I don't really build them that often. So I am referencing them because I always forget. I need scroll lock, so this goes here. And then what else do I need? Num lock. All right, let's see if I have that somewhere. Wait, num lock and what? Divide? God, where the fuck are they? Num lock. Artisan row? Yeah, I know. That's typically, like, if it was my own keyboard, like, I just stick an artisan row up there and just be like, hey, call it quits. I'm done with this for today. Where's the divide key? Where's my little slash? No, I don't see it there. That's not it. Oh, here it is. Got it. Bam. And then I don't know what I'm going to put up here. I'm just going to put insert just for the sake of having something up there. It's right there, Kappa. Yeah, I know. Do you think GMK is worth it? So it's not that they're better than PBT. I think it's important to understand that. It's that it's different from PBT. So you might actually prefer PBT more. It really boils down to what kind of sound profile you're after. And if the answer is you want something a little bit more, like, it's hard to even explain like
Hey
difference.
Alex,
I call one glassy
hope you had a
and one
great
deep.
holidays and looking forward to a
Jason,
great
thank
new
you so much for
year.
the 13th month, man. I appreciate that, bro. I hope you're having a great day today, man. Let me just quickly tune up this stab. ABS is brighter for sure. I do feel like in certain cases, PBT, it's not that it's not as bright, it's just in some particular boards, it does sound a slight bit glassy, which is kind of a turn off to me in particular boards. All right, Windex. Here's all the visuals of it. So you got your standard wedge, little seam down the middle. Again, not too much has changed from the original one visually. Pretty standard. I like the way this looks. I do like that visible kind of accent in the middle. Kind of uses the bottom frame there. It does have a very small weight on the back. I think this blue is really pretty actually. Normally I hate navies. I'm still not the biggest fan of the blue color. I think there's some nicer colors on their website, but hey, it's all preference. It looks nice. This accent, I'm not a big fan of. I actually prefer the X, that's just the X itself. I forgot to put the diffuser here. I'll do that afterwards. So you can do gasket or you can do top mount. And they did decide to go with a 1.6 millimeter PCB with absolutely no flex cuts this time. So theoretically, and from what I've already kind of, typed on here, this should sound incredibly nice. In my opinion. Again, very subjective. Maybe you like the sound of flex cuts. I don't know. This should sound very, very, very nice. So let's see what this sounds like now. We're using Obscuras, and then I did lube the modifier switches. And this is no foam, PC top mount, and Obscura switches with GMK keycaps. So right away, right away I can tell you this sounds great to me with having no foam in it. I do appreciate that now, for at least this particular wind model, you can kind of go back and forth without having to worry about any sort of flex cuts making this sound incredibly thin or hollow or shallow. It sounds pretty good just on its own. And you can use the foam now to actually tune this sound, which I personally think makes more sense. That sounds pretty good. They probably will sell extras, but right now it's just a group buy. It's $320 to start, $335 for Bluetooth. The color options are E-white, E-white and pink, black on black, gray and blue, which is what we have, creamy white and brown, which is my favorite color out of all of them, and then the semi-transparent version, which I think is super cool. It probably will sound much different, but unfortunately I didn't get to look at that today. There is the X or the square logo. I think both logos are kind of whatever. I think the X is probably more preferable, so not this one here. And then it does have either a wired hot swap PCB, a solderable PCB, or a Bluetooth hot swap. All being 1.6 now, which is nice. I like that. The hot swap PCB itself did have a lot of compatibility. It did look like I can go ISO on this, as well as split left shift. Didn't have much compatibility on the numpad. I don't know if you absolutely need that. I put the two mounting points for the spacebar on the sides. So there was enough room for us to just mount it here and here, which is nice. I think this is one of the nicest wind projects they've done in terms of sound. Alex, do you have investments like stocks and crypto? Nope. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff, and it's something that I'm just not too. I am not an investment kind of guy. I'm just like, I don't understand half of it, and if I would ever to go down, I just would feel shitty about myself. I'm sure it's smart, but I'm not that smart, so. You can buy it off DaVinci if you're in the US. Which one? Can we buy it off DaVinci? Oh, the keyboard? Well, keyboards have 2mm PCBs. Maybe, I'm not. I don't know if stabs would be compatible with that though. So that might be a point of, I guess, I don't think that would be a thing just because it would be, you know, you wouldn't have stabs that work with it. This is gray blue, yeah. Overall, pretty nice. Let's see how bad this looks without putting a diffuser in it. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely need to put the diffuser. Sorry, I forgot to put that in, guys. My bad. But yeah, just have a little RGB there. Nothing too crazy though. No, this is a group buy, and I cannot find it on the website, and nor can I find it in my old conversation with them. Oh, hold on. Let me just add Cora here. Oh, it sounds pretty nice, man. I really like this. It has like a nice, like, slight bit of movement too. This is quite nice. Flashbang? Oh, sorry guys. Is this eatable? I wouldn't try, but it's all up to you if you want to. I like this. Ice, hey Alex, what's up? This is my first time watching your stream, and it's better than watching the YouTube channel. Bro, I actually really appreciate that. I think the YouTube VODs are fun, but I think streams are way more interactive and just like so much more fun to be in. Some of their projects were in stock before the GB went previously live. I mean, I'm trying to ask them when this would ship out, but I'm not getting a straight answer as of right now. I'm just gonna let them give me a better answer for this. So, as much as I like this, I'd rather wait for QWERTY keys to release the Neo numpad layout for half price and half the wait time, to be honest. Hey, it's all up to you for preference and stuff. If you're a big fan of the I guess the aesthetic of this, because you know that's another thing too that I think is really important to talk about with keyboards, right? It's not, for me, I know for some people think a little differently. Some people might want, you know, the best value for their dollar, or like the most things inside of a box. Totally understand. Some people want, you know, cheapest best type thing, which totally get to. Some people might also look at something with a visual style and be like, yo, that aesthetic is for me. I wouldn't mind spending an extra few dollars to get that aesthetic on my desk. You know, even though it doesn't have perhaps as many features. So it's very different for a lot of people. This does have technically 3 pieces to it, which is, you know, it's not really a third piece. It's more of just like a little bottom accent, which is considered a piece, I guess. But it's a nice looking keyboard. I don't think $330 is an insane price for this either. I do think you get 2 different mounting styles with this, which is fun. The ano on this is pretty nice. You get a small little brass accent on the bottom too, which helps break up some of the sound. So, do you think there's a big learning curve to learning ergonomic keyboards? Yes, there is, to me, a big learning curve. I tried to learn it and I could not do it, man. I was so bad at doing it. Just want consistency in sound and design, which is really hard to find. Totally get that too. Will I stream on New Year's? Probably. Probably, man. Hey, bro, if you can guess what I'm eating right now, I'll give 5. Is it wheat, turkey, and mayo, bro? Is it wheat, turkey, and mayo? It's either that or chicken nuggets, bro. One of the two. Well, it's okay. There it is. I knew it, bro. Right there. Thanks, Angel. Appreciate the 5, man. What's your skincare routine? Water. That's all I use, Chris. I hate to say it, but I don't have a face care routine. Some days I'll break out in pimples, though. You guys will see it. Like, you guys have seen it. Some days I'll have pimples on my face, but it's just water, man. Every guy, water. Yeah. It is indeed turkey, mayo, and wheat. That's the angel I know and love, bro. That is the angel we know and love. Can you show us how to configure the RGB piece? What do you mean by configure? Do you mean like go into VIA? I'm pretty positive if this is VIA compatible. Let me double check. X98 connects. Let me try Vile. Vile rocks. It might be Vile. I don't know what's compatible with what anymore. Everything's so hard to figure out. Starting up. I think it's compatible with Vile. Yeah, it is. Okay, so then we would go into lighting and we would just pick, I don't know what dual beacon means, but there's a bunch of different modes we can pick here. It's like a pinwheel mode. But it would just be in a website. So vile.rocks. Solid reactive. I don't know what this does. I have no idea. Thank you, Win. Appreciate that. What the fuck is moisturizer? I don't use moisturizer. Kyle, let's not say things like that. Krytox XHT is good for pimples. I don't use Krytox for face. That's a waste of money. Water is the best, guys. Water is the best. Water is the moisturizer of life. It's the best. Isn't water a moisturizer? It's everything. It does everything, man. Water is the best thing. You should look into index funds and dividend reinvestment plans. Trust me, I use a numpad. Water is just ice soup. Oh my God, guys, can we not get into the soup debate? Please. I don't want to talk about soup. I live in a desert. I actually have to use a moisturizer. It might also depend on... There's tons of things that might affect your skincare. Genetics, where you live, what you eat. For me, I find the moment I start using any product, my skin hates it and then breaks out and it gets bad for like a while. So if I use a product, even if it feels like I need to, like if my skin gets dry, which my hands, by the way, you guys can't really tell on stream, they're dry as fuck. And if I use a lot of moisturizer, I feel like it gets worse and worse and worse. So I kind of just have to like, my body anyways with it is just like, I have to get through it, you know? Men's skincare is generally easy, can often require a lot of trial and error. Yeah, and water. A lot of water too. Stress definitely can affect that too. Headphones I'm using are Campfire Andromedas. So we're talking about water. I messed that up at the end. But yeah, not bad. Again, I think that my biggest gripe with this keyboard is still the proprietary daughter board. I feel like every keyboard that uses that really needs to like think of longevity. You know, it would be nice. Andro waters, pretty much, dude. Andrometers. Yeah, I use the Andrometers. Easy peasy. We don't use anything else but Andrometers here. Okay, so did I miss the sound test? I'll do another one for you, dog. I got you, bro. Alex is living that stress-free life. Oh, I stress a lot, Fork. I stress way too much. And it comes out sometimes in really bad moments, you know, but I do stress a lot. Just rub potatoes on the face. Easy. Super easy. Generally a simple cleanser or non-SPF moisturizer for night with cleanser and moisturizer for SPF in the day. That's one thing I need to start using is sunscreen. I do not use that. Well, now I need to change my pants again? God damn. It turned out good. And if the idea was you needed something full size, I think this is a pretty viable option. Keep in mind, I think it's fair to talk about this stuff too. If the goal was to get like cheap and best, you know, full size board, I have built, what are the QK100s going for? QK100s might be the better option. If you're looking for, again, cheap plus best in terms of what you can get with a numpad 1800 style board. I think the QK100 is like what? $200 after shipping. I'm not sure all the costs associated with the QK100. Maybe that's the best one for your bang for your buck. But again, if you don't like the QK or if there's just something you want with a Southpaw, perhaps this is the unit for you. But just so everyone's aware, I think I want to start doing that more often now on the stream, is talk about maybe some alternatives that you can buy. The QK100 is an alternative that is cheaper. It's almost $100+ cheaper. However, again, it does not have the ability to swap to the left side. And if you're into the thicker bezels, you might like this one here more. When is the Alexotos Edition Bauer light coming out? Should I talk to OmniType about that? Do you think the type of keyboard new gen ones have influences your performance in the game you're playing? I think the size of a keyboard matters to me. Hey, that came out a little bit weird. I'm sorry, guys. Size doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter too much. Come on, guys. I didn't mean it like that. Please. I guess I have to double down on it now. But yes, the size of a keyboard matters to me when I'm using a keyboard for gaming. I'm losing my train of thought very quickly right now. But yes, like for example, I do feel like a 60% keyboard is easier to kind of have on my desk. I don't really have a big gaming desk, so a smaller keyboard. Hey, but in this case here, smaller is better for me, okay, guys? Don't stress. Smaller is better for me in this case, okay? The Rizzler.
He means the PP.
Oh my god. It's average size, okay? All right, here it is. Like, I typically use 60s. Rarely I use 65s unless I absolutely need the arrow keys, but in my 60 that I have now, which is the Arc 60, I use macros for arrow keys. Oh man, 40s gang, smaller's better. Finally, I'm in the winner's circle. All right, guys, I think that's enough for today. Thanks for tuning in. He's a liar. Look what he's using right now. Okay, guys. Okay, the copium is real right now. Cope, bro, cope. You don't even have numpads for your 65s? No, I'm not. Unfortunately, I am not into finance, so what am I supposed to say? Let us go. I think Alagnifolia is on right now. I think she's just starting, so... Oh, that is not my macro for this. All right, guys. Let's go raid. And I will see you guys tomorrow. We're doing another build tomorrow. I actually really like this. The sound profile on this is very much up my alley. Very happy with the way this turned out. Price is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's like the most reasonable price in the world, because I do think there were some better priced full-size boards, or 1800s. But for what you get here, pretty good. Oh, the front height is listed. My mistake. They're messaging me right now. It's about a 20 mil front height. So just enough for me to be like, yes, this is comfortable. 20 mil is like the top end for me. About 21 mil, it says. What was I gonna do? Oh, I wanted to see what I'm streaming tomorrow. I don't remember. I feel like this week here is mostly client builds. Where's my schedule? Oh yeah, we're doing another client build, the FLX Virgo, which is going to be very nice. It's a very nice keyboard. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. Really appreciate it. I hope you guys learned a few things. I learned a bunch. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate all of you guys. And see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody. See ya.